Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for tuning in today. I got another great one coming in. Oh, wait. Hold on. Can you guys hear that? Is that what I think it is? Oh, I think I can hear the sound of a dragon's roar. That's right, we're returning back to the Dragon's Den today. You know, some of the episodes we've been looking at are a bit older Dragon's Den episodes. This one though is a much more recent one that came across my desk, and it's a very, very interesting product that I'm interested to dive right into. We're gonna be checking out this very interesting little product here. One last thing, make sure again, subscribe to the channel, check out our link tree, subscribe to all of our other channels. We've been doing a lot of fun stuff on TikTok, a lot of fun stuff with Reels. We're gonna get right into checking out what is Mojo really all about here.
I've lost my mojo!
Hi Dragons, my name is Stephanie Nieto, and joining me today are my co-founders Peter and Daniel. And together, we're the passionate team behind Mojo Microdose. Today, we're seeking $250,000 in exchange for 3% of our modern mushroom microdosing company.
Okay, so before we get too much more into this, she is valuing this company at $8 million. They're asking for 3% of it. And they off the bat said it is a microdosing company, which I'm sure they're about to get into, but if you don't know, that's a very, very interesting topic to put onto the Dragon's desk. So we're gonna see how exactly this pans out here. If you don't know, do some research, but microdosing has a lot to do with psilocybin, and that is a chemical, not a chemical. Traditionally, microdosing has to do with psilocybin, specifically psilocybin in mushrooms, and that is an interesting topic that not everybody might be exactly comfortable with putting into their body or subjecting themselves to that. I think this already is making for a very, very interesting pitch to bring across the Dragon's desk.
We're seeking $250,000.
$250,000 for 3% also. They better be making bank.
These are like psychedelic mushrooms.
Not exactly.
Okay.
Now, imagine you're having one of those days where you just can't seem to find the focus or energy to be productive, and you just can't seem to shake that bad mood. You've tried everything: caffeine, energy drinks, even pharmaceuticals, but nothing has worked.
Yeah, tripping mushrooms is gonna be the thing that works. No, I'm just kidding. She's already said out the gate, she addressed the elephant in the room. Of course, they all thought it was going to be the second you say microdosing, everyone's minds go psychedelic, because it is a term that is normally associated with that. Yeah, I'm getting very interested. I, oftentimes, like anybody else, get very tired at work. Even when I don't have to work, if it's just a regular day, sometimes you don't get the best sleep, something happens, and you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. They're promising they've got something that can kind of cure all of that. My ears are perked. I'm skeptical, but my ears are perked.
Recently, mushrooms have been picking up steam as a natural solution for lackluster energy, focus, and even mood regulation. But due to legal uncertainties, we created our groundbreaking Mojo Microdose psychedelic-free gummies.
Oh, okay.
Okay, first and foremost, they're psychedelic free. I think we already saw that coming, but that makes sense. I don't know how they were going to be on the Dragon's Den trying to promote psychedelic mushrooms.
Neither did I.
That was going to be a much more interesting pitch.
There's a gummy for everything now.
Oh, psychedelic free.
You know what, I gotta say, that's true, man. Jade, there is a gummy for everything now. Literally, anything that you can put in gummy form, they've got it. And if you got any other gummies you want me to react to, this is the channel for that. Yep, it's food. You consume it, it's food, it counts. So we're gonna do it here.
Mojo gummies would provide you with the benefits of a traditional microdose and other energizers for over 5 hours without any psychedelic ingredients and without any downsides. So Dragons, I invite you to join the Mojo Microdose revolution with the Mojo in front of you right now, and you'll help us energize the world.
To Mojo right now.
Yeah.
I need some, man.
Wes, gotta love Wes. He said, I don't care if even if there was psychedelics in this, we're going for it. They all were like, but Wes is just like, I'm out of here. But it's interesting that they call it microdosing. Yeah, I don't know. There's not even using any of the psychoactive mushrooms. Just the fact that they called it microdosing is almost kind of like pointing them in maybe a slightly misleading direction.
Oh, lies!
Yeah, I guess maybe just because it is in small, literally you take it in just one gummy, so it's a small dose, that kind of a thing. But yeah, I don't know. The microdosing kind of advertising thing does sort of steer people in a certain direction, I think, when they hear that kind of a thing.
Oh, whoa.
I didn't even ask any question.
It's like, what are you feeding me?
They just said Mojo, and that's all I need, man.
There are no side effects. All of our ingredients are monographed within Canada. They are safe for consumption.
And what's a regular dose? 1 gummy, 2 gummies?
Depends on your tolerance. Between half a gummy to
3
2.
because it says next level buzz.
So, can I give this to my kids?
So I personally don't recommend it for children.
Okay, all right.
Anyone 16 and up can consume it, but
What's in it that's preventing me from doing that?
caffeine is the biggest thing that would prevent it.
there caffeine in it?
If you want to give a kid an energy
There's
drink,
caffeine in it.
there's a little bit of caffeine.
There's caffeine in it?
Caffeine.
Whoop-de-doo! What does it all mean?
If you're gonna claim that you're gonna do an energy boosting thing that's kind of without caffeine, they mentioned cups of coffee in the morning, they mentioned caffeine, you just have to expect it. Someone's gonna say, well, what isn't this, you just said it's different than coffee, so isn't this kind of the same sort of a thing? It's a very fair question, and it was also something that I had on my mind when I read the packaging. Maybe I could be a dragon. Give me a call next season. I'll pull up and I'll be a guest dragon or something like that. We'll work out the logistics later. Yeah, I think I have the qualifications.
Is that really what's doing the energy boost? Is the caffeine that's slowly releasing?
So
Is
we
that
actually
part
have
of it?
4 other substances in there that give you that energy boost. One being mucuna pruriens, which increases free-floating dopamine in your system. We
What
have
was that?
SAMI, which allows your body to better utilize serotonin. And we have Sinensis, that is high in cordycepin and adenosine, which allows you to have more focal and mental clarity.
Okay, Brainiac, are you like a biochemist?
They said, all right, Nerdosaur, you gave us probably a legit answer, but that shit doesn't do anything for me. Boy, he thought he was giving them exactly what they wanted, but that was not the answer they were hoping for.
Where did you come from, and how do you know all this stuff?
Well, my degree is in molecular biotechnology
course
with an
it is.
emphasis in genetics, but I did a lot of my study in analytical sciences.
The good news is none of us can call on what you're saying because we have no idea what you're talking
You have
about right
a
now.
vocabulary.
I mean, they're not wrong. Like, I'm not a molecular biochemist. If anybody is, for whatever reason, a molecular biochemist or knows anything else more about anything he just said, feel free to comment below. Let me know the veracity of it. But yeah, I have no clue what any of that stuff he was just talking about was. The flux capacitor will help you enable to be a more powerful and serotonin-filled capacitor to send yourself into the next I do believe him. I don't think they would come on the Dragon's Den to lie. That would be crazy. You just gotta take his word for it, I guess. I'm just a skeptic at heart, that's all. I don't necessarily always trust people because there's a lot of fakery and stuff flying around here. These do seem like trustworthy people. I don't think Dragon's Den would just let them go on here and lie, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now.
A vocabulary
I
that
can't even
there's
say
no
those words.
dictionary that I could use to figure it all out.
Okay, guys, you feel anything from your gummy?
So I had a headache when I came here. I'm now a little more chill.
Okay.
And my headache's gone.
Shout out Untamed Feast as well. Go check out that episode, another mushroom-based one. It was a great one. Yeah, go check that one out. I'm sure it'll be somewhere up here.
How do you differ from every other mushroom product? There's so many that have come out and actually become really big in the last couple of years.
The one thing that we noticed was that typically competitors have their energy blend, their focus blend, their calm blend. More than that, typically they're in either the form of a capsule, a tincture, or a powder. And so we went with the gummy format that is really a key differentiator in the market itself, as well as having to have all of the benefits into one gummy.
So talk to us about how much you've sold and where.
Yes. Urban Outfitters, Vapor Maven, and we're actually onboarding right now to Walmart Digital within the US.
That's an amazing spread of places that they got. They said Urban Outfitters, Vape Haven, and Walmart Digital. That's awesome. Bit of a spread of interesting locales that decided to serve out their product.
In our first year of sales, we did almost 1.3 million in sales.
1.3. Hey, that's pretty good proof of concept.
And this year,
We're about 400K year to date right now.
what are you projecting?
We're projecting about 2 million. We just, also just context to that, we are entering Canada officially within this month. We were waiting for our NP, our natural product number.
How much profit you make off the 1.3 million?
0 so far. We've been in growth mode, so our net profit is in the negative, so we've been burning capital, but we expect to become
So
profitable.
how much money did you lose?
About 800,000.
Oh, see, now this is the problem, you guys. They came in, they had big numbers, right? I remind you, $8 million is what they were evaluating this as. And barely made, they're projecting $2 million in profit for this year, but they already have lost 800,000 in the year. Oh, I don't know. That doesn't necessarily bode well from the business end of things. This isn't looking too good. I do actually think this is a very interesting product, and I do think that there is a lot in this market that could be looked into and measured, but we're going to have to see if the business side adds up, because as we know, dragons don't care about any of that other stuff. They're just there to find themselves a deal. That was an insane dragon impersonation. Let's just see how the business side of things pans out here.
You know, we're asking you all these questions, right? And you came in here wanting to give us 3%.
Yep. Well, because we raised some capital previously, that was at 2 million pre. We did a 5 million pre-seed round.
So there's just nothing left, really. What you're telling us that your cap table is full.
Full of great science investors, and we're really looking for some consumer investors.
That's the other thing, man. Like 3%, what are you supposed to do with that? You have to be like an Apple level company, I feel like, for 3% to be worth its investment. You just gotta make them feel like they want to be a part of this. You gotta give them more stake in the company. I feel like this is another classic error that our investors in Dragon's Den always make. You can use all those justifications and stuff, you can use all that kind of thing, but at the end of the day, everyone wants to feel like they've got a chunk of the pie that's gonna be delicious and worth it. And sometimes just those little itty bitty slivers, they don't cut it. They don't cut it.
I'm not interested in a 3% investment in anything. I'm out.
So,
Listen, I love the name, love everything about why you're doing it, but you know, I'm invested in a vitamins company that's going in a similar direction, so I'm going to be out.
I'm going to be a buzzkill here because as much as I like the product because it took my headache away, I don't want this in my portfolio. And so for that reason, I'll be out.
Still don't think I fully understand the differentiation versus everything else on market, especially with mushrooms. And so because I just don't see that today, I'm going to be out.
Dang. It's looking a bit bleak for our entrepreneurs here. What was very interesting there is they got 4 different distinct reasons for why they each didn't, invest, which usually I feel like you get a similar consensus. Everyone kind of pulls out because they feel the same type of way. It's interesting that Wes didn't like the valuation. Tech Titan didn't like that it didn't differentiate itself. Vincenzo just didn't want his name on anything to be associated with microdosing. And then Arlene is already looking like she's in something else in the industry, which also love that for you, Arlene. My favorite of the dragons. Easily, she's the best dragon. But yeah, it just is interesting how something like this, you don't always get a consensus. There are 4 very different reasons, but we still got one more dragon left. Let's see how that's going to pan out.
For me, I think this is a trend and you're on the cusp of it. It is a regulated industry and that has pros and cons. Trust me, I've spent 23 years in a regulated industry and I think there's a lot of money to be made here and a big brand you guys can build. I like that you've actually done the hard work already. I would offer you $250,000 for 5%.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Can we take a moment?
Yeah. Thank you. Well, we were excited about Manjeet. She's an incredible entrepreneur.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
So what did you decide?
We did our research on all of you guys beforehand, and you were the top dragon that we were really interested in working with, so we're in.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, as soon as they got Manjeet, I was like, who else would be better suited for this? Bravo. I mean, absolutely, that was a great deal. She was the only dragon left, and, she does have a lot of experience in that. She is the perfect dragon for this kind of a thing. Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer for me. I would absolutely take that deal. Like, why? She was the only option that they had at that point, and it honestly wasn't that far off from their ask, so I don't know why they didn't immediately jump on it, but it's good that they ended up with Manjeet and that she was exactly the dragon that they were looking for. Kudos to you guys, Mojo. Good job.
Mojo! Looking forward to it. Getting our mojo. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
boy.
Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
When did you just blow up the cap table?
I'm worth it, Wes.
They're
I'm
going to have
worth
to
it.
go,
I'm worth
convince
it.
their investors what they just did.
Alright, well that was another good Dragon's Den here today, and as you know, if you've seen some of my other Dragons that I've done around these, I actually normally like to try out the product so I can give my own take on how I feel about it. I actually had some of these Mojo gummies. I actually took 2 of them before I started filming this video. I felt pretty mentally clear, I feel pretty energized. Sometimes I feel like I tend to wake up and have a bit of a fog in my head that just takes a little bit of time to clear out in the day, but it's still pretty earlier in the day this morning, and I feel like that's cleared out pretty well. They also do include this little helpful guide from Mojo, and it tells you exactly what to expect when you try out their product. Sitting at roughly 40 to 45 minutes, and it says for its neurotropic blend, notice a gradual improvement in focus along with a positive shift in mood, enhancing the outcome of your day. I mean, I guess that's fair. I feel positive, I feel good, I feel like today's gonna be a good day.
Accept yourself. Love yourself. Accept yourself.
But I kind of already woke up with that feeling, so I don't know if that's just placebo. This says it lasts up to 4 hours, and I think this is another one of the things where you kind of got to take multiple days in a row to kind of compound again it. Please absolutely do your own research into this. I want to do some more research into this as well, because
I am a scientist. You're a scientist.
I think this is very interesting. I think that there could potentially be something here. If you want, actually, you should check out my TikToks and my Reels. In a couple days, I'm gonna finish off this pack of 5 over the next couple days, and I'll do a touch base just to say exactly how I feel about it, exactly whether I feel like the effects are good. But I think from an initial standpoint, this is actually very good. It's very promising.
It's nice.
What they described here in their first 45 minutes is about exactly what I'm feeling right now. So I think that we got another win in the den today. It was great, getting to try out their product. I will check back in here later. You can check that out on my TikTok and my Instagram Reels. It's just a nice little follow-up to this. If you like this video, just let us know.
It's the law.